The Research and Analysis Wing, R&AW, or RAW, is India's foreign intelligence agency, established in 1968. It primarily focuses on gathering intelligence, counterintelligence, and counterterrorism operations outside India. While the agency operates covertly, many of its alleged activities in various countries have been discussed in media reports, books, and other sources. Here's an overview of R&AW's known or alleged operations by country. R&AW has been deeply involved in monitoring Pakistan due to historical and ongoing geopolitical tensions. 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War. R&AW provided critical support to the Mukti Bahini, Bangladeshi liberation fighters, during the war, helping in training, funding, and strategic planning. This led to the creation of Bangladesh. Countering ISI operations. R&AW counters Pakistani intelligence, IS operations targeting India, especially in Kashmir and other border areas. Operation Kahuda. Allegedly, R gathered intelligence on Pakistan's nuclear program in the 1970s and 1980s. Balochistan insurgency. R&AW has been accused by Pakistan of supporting separatist movements in Balochistan, although India denies this. Kashmir conflict. R&AW has reportedly monitored militant activities supported by Pakistan in Jammu and Kashmir. Formation of Bangladesh, 1971. R&AW played a critical role in supporting the Mukti Bahini during the Bangladesh Liberation War. Monitoring extremism. It has reportedly been involved in gathering intelligence on radical Islamist groups like Jamaat al-Mujahideen Bangladesh, JMB. Ensuring political stability. Allegedly supports pro-India factions in Bangladeshi politics to ensure a favorable government. Tamil insurgency. R&AW was involved in training Tamil militant groups like the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam, LTTE, in the 1980s, though it later withdrew support as LTTE turned against India. Monitoring Chinese influence. R&AW has been active in monitoring China's growing presence in Sri Lanka, especially in strategic projects like the Hambantota port. Before China border surveillance. R&AW monitors Chinese military activities along the line of actual control, LAC. Tibet operations. It has been alleged that R&AW supports the Tibetan government in exile and monitors Chinese activities in Tibet. Countering Belt and Road Initiative, BRI. R&AW tracks China's infrastructure projects in South Asia and their strategic implications for India. 5. Nepal monitoring ISI activities. Nepal has often been used as a base for ISI operatives targeting India, and R&AW counters these operations. Political influence. Allegedly supports pro-India political groups to maintain a favorable government in Nepal. Countering Pakistani influence. R&AW has been active in countering Pakistan's influence in Afghanistan. Support for Northern Alliance. During the Taliban's rise in the 1990s, R&AW supported the anti-Taliban Northern Alliance. Monitoring Taliban and extremist groups. Post-2001, R&AW worked to monitor and counter extremist activities threatening Indian interests. Counterterrorism cooperation. While R&AW maintains good relations with U.S. intelligence agencies, it also monitors individuals and groups perceived to threaten Indian interests. Khalistani separatism. R&AW monitors and counters activities of pro-Khalistan groups in the UK. Diaspora monitoring. Keeps an eye on anti-Indian narratives and activities within the Indian diaspora. Myanmar works to counter Northeast Indian insurgent groups that operate from Myanmar. Myanmar tracks China's growing military and economic activities in Myanmar. Maldives, allegedly involved in ensuring governments in Maldives are favorable to India. Maldives monitors Islamist extremism and counters radicalization efforts. Bhutan. R&AW plays a role in maintaining Bhutan's strong alliance with India and counters Chinese influence in the region. Middle East monitors groups like Lashkar-e-Taiba and ISIS operating in the Middle East. Middle East tracks activities of anti-India elements within the large Indian diaspora in the Gulf. Monitoring terrorism tracks activities of groups like Al-Shabaab and Boko Haram to protect Indian interests. Economic intelligence monitors Chinese investments in Africa that may undermine India's strategic interests. Khalistani movement. R&AW actively counters Khalistani separatist activities in Canada, where the movement has significant support. 15. Russia and CIS countries. Strategic intelligence monitors developments in Central Asia, particularly in energy-rich states, and counters Pakistan's influence. These activities often remain speculative, as intelligence agencies operate covertly, and most reports rely on leaks or unnamed sources. R&AW's operations aim to safeguard India's strategic, security, and economic interests globally. Let me know if you'd like to explore any specific country or operation in detail.